The climate change is a global variation of the Earth's weather, and those can be made for the nature or by the man, and we can see those events in the temperature. Okay, I'm the Panda Poo, and I want to present by myself. Well, of course, I'm a panda. I'm from China, Central China, and I am a famous animal. I have appeared in movies, series, and I usually go to the TV. Yes, if you want to see me there. But there's a little detail. I am endangered. A lot of people doesn't know, and yes, I live in a jail. I don't like to say a zoo because it is the same. They don't give me the freedom that I need. Also, I am in that position because a lot of people destroy my habitat and a lot of people harm me. That's why I am like in that place. That's why I am an endangered animal. So the solution that the scientists found to me is to reproduce me in the jail in the zoos, but there's a little detail. We are so shy, and that's not an option to us because are we are shy. We're shy animals. We can be too strong, but we can have everything in the life. And that's why it's too difficult to save us from the extinction. We in my family we are 2000 species, 2000 pandas that is still alive, but I don't know how much time we will be alive because it is too hard, and maybe the situation in the world it isn't the best. Yeah, that's why I, as a bear, want to ask you for help.
Now, we're going to talk about another important concept, biodiversity. Biodiversity, or biological diversity, is the set of all living beings on the planet, the environment in which they live, and the relationship they have with other species. For this reason, biodiversity is made up of all animals, all plants, and all organisms, as well as all ecosystems, both terrestrial and marine, and all relationship they establish with each other. Biodiversity provides many fundamental benefits for man, beyond the supply of raw materials. Hello, I am the scarlet magua, and I distinguish by my scarlet red and yellow plumage on the covering and secondary feathers of my wings, and also by the absence of the feathers on my face. The iris of my eyes are usually yellow, and my legs are black. My upper beak is off-white, and the lower one is black. The covered feathers of my tail are light blue, and the primary ones are red. I generally eat seeds and fruits, as well as new leaf stalks and bromeliads. I normally live in warm, humid places. That is why I am mostly in jungles and humid areas. For example, southern of Mexico. But not everything is pretty for me. Since I face many threats. For example, the accelerated destruction of evergreen tropical forest, its natural habitat, the disturbance of forests and jungles by human action, predation of the nest of scarlet macaw by birds and mammals, attack by Africanist bees, the luring of chicks by humans for their illegal sale. Fortunately, there is a section of the population that wants our species stay afloat. That is why I'm protected by begins in danger of extinction.
Okay, I will tell you the five things that increase the global warming in the earth. I would like to start with the increasing of the greenhouse gases effect. For example, I will say to you the CO2 that is too damage to the organism of a human or animal or plant. And that's not all, because this gas also destroy the ozone layer, that is the first barrier that we the humans has to with the universe, because there is the sun, and the sunlight comes to the earth, and our body absorbs all that energy, and that's bad for our skin. Okay, the second thing that contaminates the air is the use of fossil fuels. For example, when you use a car, you are burning fuels, and this is too bad to the atmosphere, because the result of the combustion is CO2 that, as I said, it is too bad to the atmosphere because it destroys the ozone layer, and your air becomes more contaminated, and as a result you will be sicker than before. The thing number 4 is the excessive use of fertilizers, as we know is to use in the industry of food, and this is too bad to the atmosphere, because these oxide, the nitrogen oxides, are worse than the CO2, and also our health is in danger if we consume those oxides. The third thing is the deforestation of jungles and forests, and as you know, the trees absorb CO2 and give us oxygen that allows the life in the earth. The thing number 5 is the high waste production. We are a society that consume the less production that we make, and this is bad because the earth has limited natural resources that we should use, but now we are exploiting.
The loss of biodiversity has negative effects on various aspects of the human well-being, such as food security, vulnerability to natural disasters, energy security, and access to clean water and raw materials. Some consequences of the climate change are sea level rise due to melting poles that cause the danger of extinction of the polar bear. Climate change is happening so fast that many species of plants and animals have problems to adapt. Several terrestrial, marine, and freshwater species have moved to other habitats. Some species of plants and animals will be even more exposed to the risks of extinction if the global average temperatures continue to rise uncontrollably. Now, we're gonna see a video
where we will see some effects of the climate change.
Right now, we're facing a man-made disaster of global scale, our greatest threat in thousands of years, climate change. If we don't take action, the collapse of our civilizations and the extinction of much of the natural world is on the horizon. The world's people have spoken. Their message is clear. Time is running out.
The amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere now is 50% higher than it was in 1900. And not only are we piling in more and more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, but we are chopping down the forests of the earth at a great rate. And the forests themselves are the most efficient consumers of carbon dioxide that there are on Earth. We're going to destroy the ground because the soil of a rainforest isn't very good. We are actually tampering with the climate of the Earth and with the very atmosphere that we breathe. When we talk about the disappearance of the ozone layer, we don't know what will happen when the ozone layer goes. The world has become so fragile that we cannot subject the Earth to the tortures we can now inflict upon it. When we talk about the greenhouse effect, we're talking about something that affects the entire Earth. And these problems are life and death problems. They go to the root of the viability of the planet itself. If there's one thing that is biologically certain about the human species, is that it is a human species, one species.
If we don't stop the destruction of our natural world, nothing else will matter. Simply put, if we don't protect nature, we can't protect ourselves.
The only way we can solve a problem is by a human solution. Never can we sit back and wait for miracles to save us. Miracles don't happen. Sweat happens. Efforts happens. Thought happens.
Can we do something to reduce the emission of gases from the consequence of global warming? How are you fighting these problems? How do you see the world in 10 years? Are we really doing something to protect what the earth is giving us? And more importantly, how do you feel saying that we destroy the environment little by little?
We could help to increase the global warming. How? By our actions. For example, in agriculture, we could use less fertilizer to help to the atmosphere. Or other way could be the use of alternative energies as the electrical or use a bike or walk that will help you to your health and our planet also. Every single thing works. It's only the attitude and the how you do that. Gathering the dust, you build a kingdom. That phrase it is too representative to this problem because if we are together, every single problem will be nothing in front of us. I gave few examples, but there are millions of ways to help.
Nature is sending us a clear message. We are damaging the natural world in pursuit of our own benefit. Habitat degradation and biodiversity loss are accelerating. The weather process is getting worse. Fires, floods, droughts, and superstorms are more frequent and cause more damage. The increase in pollutant emissions has been shocking. We are running out of resources. It's obvious that our empire is being defeated by our actions. Every moment of damage to our mother earth.
It is too important as a human. We should learn to take care of the environment. The environment that provides us with life, food, movies, and I don't know, awesome places, and all the good things on this planet. We need to preserve it. Nature is not something we should play with. We need to take care about because we don't have another place to exist, do we? It's very important that we take the responsibility for our actions that affect not only to us, also a lot of species, plants, animals, they suffer for our blame. We need the entire world community to change bad habit that has been destroying us. Let's think. I invite you guys and teachers. Let's adopt sustainable agriculture and business habitus models. And maybe, only maybe, we could give a good earth to the next generation.
We need save the planet.